Well, good morning. It is currently 7:30 in the morning, and today is a very special day because we are going to be opening another Vlogmas present. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Now, you might think this present is pretty small, but what's inside this is going to take us on an adventure that is really big. So let's go ahead and open up Vlogmas Day 3 from Grail. It's my United States passport. Because boys, we're going to Germany. Now I know this isn't necessarily a mod for one of the cars, but we are going to Germany to experience Essen Motor Show. Basically the German equivalent to what SEMA was for us this year. It is going to be insane, and there are going to be a ton of cars that we can take a lot of inspiration from for my builds that I have going right now. And also we get to hang out with Grail and experience Germany for the first time. So let's go ahead, start up the car that has the Grail exhaust on it, and then go to the airport. This Grail exhaust sounds so good. And don't worry, we're gonna cold start back in once my new valves show up. Because my OEM ones burned out, and Grail is actually sending me their special kit. So we're gonna get even more Grail goodies on this car. Well, it's the day after Thanksgiving, so everywhere is full. So we have to park literally the farthest away from the airport. All right, let's go. All right, say goodbye. We will be seeing her in the next video. Well, that was a short flight. The next flight is 10 hours long. Well, we made it to Germany. This is really weird. Anil picked us up. He works with Grail. He had to go get a parking ticket, but we made it. We made it safely. This place is 9 hours ahead from where I'm used to living. So I feel like when I get back home, I'm gonna be super tired, but I slept on the plane. Everything was smooth. The only thing was I was running pretty fast for my one connecting flight, but we're good now. Well, after I filmed that last clip, it was all downhill from there. Once I got to Essen Motor Show, jet lag hit me hard. Definitely do not recommend. Like I said, that 9-hour time difference, even with sleeping on the plane, did not help at all. But today is a new day. Today is Sunday, and let me tell you, from what I saw yesterday at Essen Motor Show, it's just as big as SEMA, but it's still very different. So I'm gonna take you over there, but look at this. This is outside my hotel room. We got a G81, a green one, and then right over there, we got an RS6. So it's safe to say, it's gonna be a good day. Now you guys might be wondering, how was I able to get all the other videos done and be able to film a video every day from now until Christmas Day if this whole trip is 4 days long? Well, I hate to break it to you, but I pre-filmed the first 2 videos. That way I'd be able to go on this trip. So I think I started filming Vlogmas on like the 25th. So don't get mad, I had to do it to be able to go to this. But after this time, we can't make one mistake because we get back on the 3rd and this is the 3rd video. So yeah, hopefully I don't mess up this whole series. Exhaust, right? Yeah. That's why it sounds so good.
Loudest one.
And here's the Grail booth. This is where all their cars are showcased. I kind of gotta talk fast because of the music. Now you'll notice the one difference between this show and SEMA is the amount of BMWs and Audis are here. At SEMA, there's a lot more variety, a lot more supercars. Here, they're far and few between when it comes to supercars. There's a few, and I'll show you where they are, but majority of them are just BMWs. Like right here. Don't think it's Verde Mantis, but it still looks cool. I would never wide body mine, but for those that do, thank you, because it still looks really cool. I think that's the N Largo body kit on 812. You got the new M5. All right, modified, they actually look pretty sick. I just can't get over how much they weigh. And then of course over here, we got some fellow V10s. But these are race cars, which is really cool. Super Trofeo Evo. Another G81, and I think it looks like it's smoked topaz. Such a beautiful color. Who would have thought brown would look so good? RS6 Avant. Then we got G87. Then we got an M3 CS. You know, green cars are starting to grow on me, obviously. Then here's a Porsche. Honestly, considering we're in Germany, there aren't that many Porsches here. It's mainly BMW, which I'm not complaining. Of course, since we're in Germany, there's several Mercedes in here too. Oh, I'll actually show, there's some AMG 1s that are here that look insane. As you guys can tell, I'm trying to show you everything right now because within the next 20 minutes, this place will be packed with people. There's also a few JDMs, which is kind of cool. Oh, whenever we see a Huracan, we gotta go look at it. Another wide-bodied one. I don't know what's up with these shows and Liberty blocks, but there's another Huracan. You know what? I think we need an exhaust like that on the Camry. They either did get one or they're about to get one. And right here, they're staging all the cars, hoping that Max will show up. That way you can potentially buy one. Well, then look at this. The car yellow lineup. I saw this yesterday and I knew I had to show you. This looks insane. Then we got the Wolf of Wall Street spec right here. We got an AMG GT Black Series and a Testarossa at the end. Found it. Found it. This car is insane. AMG 1. Videos and photos do not do this car justice. It looks so good, and how wide it is it's crazy how wide this car is. Like if you've seen an Aventador in person, it's very comparable to the rear, but then the front is just as wide. Then look at the active venting right here. Absolutely wild. I need to get a big turbo and do that to mine. I don't know, this car looks kind of quick. Maybe Remy should do that to his 720 instead of actually fixing it. Probably the only AMG I'd ever own, but it wouldn't be a race car like that. Dude, there's just so much to take in. This is what the... Yeah, the quality of cars here is unmatched. Another car specifically built for Max. The one I say, give it 20 minutes, this place will be packed. Look at this. I think the main door is over there and they just opened it. And now there are hundreds of people inside this building. Now honestly, this is the car that we should be talking about, me potentially getting. I know that I have mainly normal cars, aside from the Huracan. I've always wanted a Porsche, but the only Porsche I've ever wanted was a 991 3RS. And I don't know if we should change the plans next year and have a goal of potentially getting a 3RS. I don't know how you guys would feel about it, because this car is basically a completely finished car. There's not much else you can do to it except drive it and have fun with it. Maybe lower it, maybe change the wheels, and definitely straight pipe it. But from Porsche, this car is already perfect. It has the giant wing. And these cars are selling for around $200,000, so this wouldn't be a car I get right away. But I'm still just trying to figure out if I want one of these or if I want two normal cars. And then, like I said, goal of November is to get an Aventador. But I want you guys to let me know what you guys think, if this should be the goal for next year or not. Because I still want my channel to be somewhat relatable and have like a lot of cars that we can all enjoy and that we've all seen in real life. because when you start getting into cars like this, it's really hard for you to actually, like, I don't know, relate to them, because not everybody can get a car like this, and luckily I would be fortunate enough to potentially get one in the distant future. But I don't know. I like building cars where I can build one and then you guys can send me photos of the car that you have that's the exact same. Whereas for this, less people have these, so less people can actually like have personal experience with them. I don't know if I'm making good sense with that, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm just in love with this, especially the ultraviolet. Ultraviolet is sick. You see, it's either we get a GT3 RS or we get this and a G82. I think this and a G82 would be cooler because two cars are better than just one. All right, well, I think I showed you majority of the cars that I wanted to show you today. I'm going to show you the 992 GT3 RS that Grail has tomorrow when there isn't as much music playing. But Anil, where are we going now?
We're going to the Pace Museum from JP Performance, who's like the biggest car influencer in Germany.
Yeah, like this guy, he makes like $1 million a year selling car calendars of his cars. Like apparently this guy runs Germany, he has like over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. So we're gonna see what that's all about, because apparently he has the craziest car collection out of probably all the YouTubers in Germany. Here's some of the cars in the parking lot. We got a GD M3, RSQ8R. Just casual. That's kind of cool. Probably one of the very few American cars in this parking lot, C8 Corvette. And of course the fastest car here, the Volkswagen. There we go. That's the only AMG I'd ever own. AMG GTR. Not a GTS, not a GT. That. Okay, now I can turn you back on. Alright, well, this is my last day inside these buildings of Essen Motor Show, and we get to say goodbye to the Grail booth. Right here is the owner, Patrick. We actually saw him when we went to Bimmer Invasion, but fun fact, I did not know you were the owner. That's funny. So this is his 992 GT3 RS. That sounds insane. He's about to start it for us. This is not the 3RS that I can afford. I can only get a 991 if we go that route instead of a Z06 and a G82. So I think you need to start it with your new Grail system. Yeah, I think I might need a Porsche. That thing sounds insane. The bucket seats are wild. So it's gray underneath.
Yes.
This is wild. I've only driven Turbo S like 4 years ago, and this is way more updated.
I've just driven it before we wrapped it, I would say for 20 miles.
That's it?
Floored it a little bit, yeah, so I got an impression. The car drives totally nice. So
that's
handling
crazy.
And everything, I would say it's the best car I've ever driven when it comes to handling. Performance-wise, he could have like, I would say 200 horsepower more.
Yeah.
But still, it's a great car. For what you got and the performance on the track is like...
Is it worth the $400,000?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Not sure. So compared to what I've driven besides from the Porsche,
Like a 720 or something.
like 720, yes. I wouldn't say that. No, it's a little bit too expensive. So,
Yeah. Yeah, well,
but the prices will come down. So next 1 or 2 years, pretty sure the whole car will be around something 250 euros or 270 euros.
right, because this has like 5,000 miles or 7,000 kilometers. So
Yeah. So we didn't bought a brand new one because we would have to wait for I don't know how long.
right, and you want to make exhaust for this
Yeah,
because
right.
that is what they do. They make some of the best exhaust systems out there. And you guys have your own facilities, right? That create the exhausts?
Yes, yes. We have our own factory here in Germany. So at least we have 2 factories, so we're quite big. Yeah, and we are manufacturing everything in-house, so that gives us the opportunity, like with the Porsche, we decided before 3 months that we want to have a Porsche system and starting advertising the system here on SM Motor Show. So we were like kind of spontaneous buying a Porsche.
Yeah.
And then we actually start developing for this system before 2 months. And the good thing is, since we have the factory in-house and can do everything, R&D, laser cutting, bending, everything in-house, we were quite quick. So was able to do that in time and have it ready for the show here, and we're able to present the exhaust here.
Yeah.
As you have heard before, so...
Yeah, and all their exhausts sound insane. And they use thicker metal, right? That way, like, it maintains a deeper tone, and like, it eliminates a lot of like the tinniness that you will get in a lot of different exhausts that come out like from other companies,
I mean,
right?
for you, it's hard to mention because you don't use the metric system.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But actually, we are using 2 millimeter of wall thickness, which is, I don't know how much in inches, but it's like quite big. The next biggest wall thickness we know from competitors is 1.5 mil. So we add like 30% in material.
But it adds weight, but it helps with sound a lot.
Yes. We are not about the weight, you know, because we also use just stainless steel, no titanium. Titanium is not a product for exhausts. Besides your Akrapovic, then it's okay. But all the other grade 1, grade 2 titanium materials which are on the market available, they are not created to...
Is it, especially like for like race cars and stuff, like the amount of like heating and cooling can eventually, like, you have the potential to mess up the welds or like weld failing or cracking, right?
Titanium is not as flexible as stainless steel is. So don't get me wrong, we can Google it, but I think 6 times. So stainless steel is 6 times more flexible than stainless steel is, and as you mentioned, exhaust gases are getting really hot.
Yeah.
So the exhaust needs to be able to compensate the heat. So it needs to be flexible, and exhaust gases can be up to 600, 700 Celsius, which is like crazy high. And grade 1 or grade 2 titanium, which is obviously what 99% of the Euro American titanium exhausts are from, are starting getting rusty or cracking down at 250, 300 Celsius. So I wouldn't say it's not the best choice for an exhaust, or for us it was not the right choice. So we never started with titanium and don't see a point in it. And the weight on an exhaust, I mean, come on, saving 5 pounds, 10 pounds on an exhaust system, just lose some weight, you know.
Especially on street cars, like weight doesn't matter that much, right?
So it's all about the sound.
Yeah.
And so you have to go with bigger diameters and high quality materials, high quality stainless steel, high quality valves, and electronics and everything. So make sure the quality is on point and don't care as much about the material you're using.
Yeah. Now, right now, we're gonna show you some of the quality of Grail. So this is the exhaust system that's on this car right now, right?
Yeah, right. Both systems are the system for the Porsche. The right one is the street legal version for Europe. This is where the gasoline particle filter or catalytic converter is sitting normally. And the left one is our new development, which is limited to 50 pieces. So this includes the long tube header, because I have not seen a header like this for that car, which is that long. So we made it like you can add a catalytic converter in that because there's no space. But the benefit is we have like the longest headers I have seen on the market for the car to add the best possible sound. When you come back in summer, maybe to drive my Porsche with me together on the Nürburgring, I heard that could happen if you want to. We can get an impression of that sound. So this is sounding obviously.
Because then we can get over 4,000 RPM over there.
Oh, not only that.
And then not only do they make Porsche exhausts, they also have the Grail exhaust on my M4, and they also have a Grail exhaust on this RS3 that actually twins with the one-of-one Camry that I used to have. Do you want to give it a start up?
Yeah, of course.
That's wild. The difference. Okay, it might sound a little bit better than the Camry does. And of course, you know how well my M4 sounds with their exhaust. And they also are making a Supra exhaust. And I can't tell you what I'm necessarily doing with that. It might be coming in this Vlogmas series. So right now, Grail is actually giving away 3 systems, those specific 3 systems. So F80, RS3, and the Supra. And all you have to do to get entered is go ahead and go over to the collab post that I went and posted with Grail on Instagram. Comment down below which exhaust system you want and why you deserve it. And the most liked comments out of those 3 different platforms will win an exhaust system from Grail. Some of the highest quality stuff you'll ever have. Also, you will need to be following them to actually have your entry count. So with that being said, boys, I think that's gonna be the end of this trip and this Vlogmas series video. Day 3, which is crazy. We flew 5,000 miles to come to this thing. So thank you so much to Grail. And if you don't want to win the exhaust, still give them a follow because they make some amazing content here in Germany. I want to know though, do I go the Z06 and the G82, or do I go a 991 GT3 RS? I can't get all 3. It's either the 2 or the 1. I know you guys love Porsche. I love Porsche too, but they are just so expensive. And honestly, like as you can see with this car, it looks crazy stock. All you really can do is lower it, maybe put some wheels on it, straight pipe it like Grail did, and that's pretty much it. Whereas the Z06, there is so much you can do with it and so much more power you can get out of it. Same thing with the G82, and actually Grail has one right here, and this is just an idea of what you could make it look like. But with that being said, I think that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. I can't show you what present we're gonna open in the next video, but I will tell you, it's for the Corvette. I'll see you guys next time. Drive safe.